Welcome to the Lightbars and Lockers podcast, the Jeep podcast where we talk about badass builds, answer your questions, and discuss ways to beef up your ride. I'm Paul with JeepBeef. We've got Ryan Stuangi from Combat Off-Road, and joining us tonight, we've got Kyle from Handle Matters. Give us a 20,000-foot view. Tell us about Handle Matters, a little bit of your background. Yeah, he's in Omaha, by the way. Sorry.
So I'm Kyle with Handle Matters. We make custom door handles for Jeeps. Right now we just do Jeeps, but we pretty much do every model year of Jeeps now, from CJ all the way to the JL, JT. And we started off with, I bought a 2015 that, it was my first Jeep. I had, loved Jeeps for all my life, but I went off-roading a lot in high school, and I just loved Jeeps. But this was my first purchase out of college, and I'm like, I'm gonna get Jeep that I've always wanted. So I get the Jeep, and then one of the first things I noticed was the door handles on a 2015 just sucked. Those plastic push-button things, just didn't like them. And so that was one of the first things I really wanted to change out. So I looked and looked and looked. There just wasn't anything that I liked. Either they were all plastic, and that I just didn't like the feel of the plastic, or they still had that push button. So you had like the Royal hooks, and they looked good, but I just didn't like them. And then there was one other company that had something that you didn't have to push the button. It was like $1,500 for a set of 5. And it was like that. I just don't want to do that. So I started trying to figure out if I could make them. I really liked the old school CJ, TJ, YJ Jeeps door handles, the metal kind of paddle door handles. And I always liked that experience of getting in, grabbing that piece of metal and opening it up. And it always felt great. But and then you realize that it had them for 31 years, right? 31 years the Jeeps had those door handles. And I'm like, well, why did they get rid of them? Well, it's probably just a corporate thing that, easily change them out. They were on a bunch of other vehicles that Dodge made. So I finally started working on something, and I finally came up with, this was our original design. I mean, not the logo on front, but the ability to open it up. It just kind of pushes in for you. So that was what we came up with, and I like the square design. It's it's kind of reminiscent of the old Jeep. But then I got a lot of feedback. People didn't like such large, gaudy things on their Jeep.
Yeah, they're big.
Yeah, they are
cool,
big.
but they're big.
Yeah. So then
what they say, big handles.
Yeah. So then we started going with something smaller, skinnier. They kind of looked more stock, but you could still customize and do other things. So that was the kind of and then after that, you start going to Jeep shows and things, and people are asking about CJs, YJs, and then the new JLs and JTs, and so it was. So it just kind of progressed into other things.
Nice,
but so
very cool.
But nothing you couldn't handle, Kyle.
Uh-huh.
I keep thinking there's like 5 or 6. I decided to just pick
That's funny. Hollis says Hollis has an autism awareness build that he's working on. He said you might be a good match for that, so maybe you can.
Yeah.
Hollis. I was gonna say we'll put the social information up there. And then Dion says, "What about a WJ? Have you done?"
Oh yeah.
No, I haven't started with any of those. I get a lot of requests for XJs, and I've heard of people wanting the WJs, and I'm sure in the future we can. Just right now we're trying to, we only started a year and a half ago, and really the majority of our business has been in the past 6 months.
Right.
And so, I mean, we're really new company, and even just to have, the amount of that we have right now. I mean, we started from absolutely nothing. I think it's pretty impressive that we just have these, but yeah, I mean, I would love to continue.
There's always something else, man, right? You can always add,
exactly.
right?
And you got to go where the masses are, right? So
right, yeah.
So with that said, what models do you cover right now?
So CJs, TJs, YJs, the JK, JKU, JL, JLU, and JT.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So quite a few. And so you have both stock, like I can just go to your website and pick them up, and then you do custom as well, right?
Correct. Yeah. We do customs, and we do so like the stock look more kind of like this, but just black or white.
I thought that was like Iron Man's Jeep handle.
That's actually pretty cool.
Looks pretty serious. I like it.
Yeah. So this is like a copper kind of color.
Cool,
but
man.
So we can do custom colors as well, any kind of powder coat. We do make sure that they're powder coated. Some people want them painted, and I let them paint them if they really want to, but I prefer powder coat. And so they're made out of stainless steel. So even if they get scratched, they won't rust. And yeah.
So how did you finish that one, man? What's the finish on that?
That's a powder coat.
Is it? Holy crap.
Yeah, it's a powder coat. I buffed it out first and then powder coated it.
Right.
But we have some others that I didn't have to buff out, and it came out really shiny.
It's quite a sheen. Yeah, quite a sheen for a powder coat.
That's a fantastic sheen.
Yeah, that's impressive.
I was just
going to share that when we were talking. So there's mine that Kyle made for us. Yeah, it's cool. I didn't get to use it that much yet because our Jeep had a failure. So we went to the warranty place in the Sky. So hopefully we'll get it back pretty soon. It's got the death rod under it.
It's gone again?
Yeah. Well, I just took it there right after we got it off the trailer at SEMA. So it's been there the whole time.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. And it's got rod under all the
that
hinges,
I did know.
Under the doors and like everywhere. Like it's crazy, man. Yeah, they don't make shit like they should.
Yeah, it's so
like
true,
stuff is so disappointing, man, and it's more expensive than ever. Like the vehicles are more expensive than ever, and the quality is it's just like polar opposites. Worst quality ever, most expensive. Thanks for coming. You know what I mean?
So true.
It's so stupid. What a bunch of fucking losers.
Yeah, exactly, right?
You gotta make all that money for the shareholders. So
well, gotta keep going up, right?
Crazy, dude. Keep going up. Go crazy.
Okay, so you just started. You said like a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
Where are you based out of? Like where?
So we're based in Houston, Texas. Well, just one of the suburbs of Houston, but Texas. So that's where we've done most of our marketing is in Texas, and then tried to get out all over the internets.
Yeah. It's quite a sea.
It is. Yeah, it is. And there's so many products. Like, I was
noisy, man.
At first, I thought that once I just put it out there, they'd just go crazy. But it was like, wow, I think people get so inundated with other things, right? And
when it comes to Jeeps in particular, like you just go on Instagram, it's like, oh, hey, I like a Jeep, and all of a sudden it's like, what? Like, you know what I mean? Like piranhas just everywhere. Like, hey, you want to buy my shit? Like so many of my friends who just like follow JeepBeef or what have you, and they're not, really into off-roading or Jeeps or what have you, and they're like, man, the number of people that have reached out to me since I followed you guys is insane. Just. I'm like, yeah, that's just the way it goes. Like, it's just, so you're right. There's just a lot of
noisy,
a lot of noise. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But no, it's a great product. It looks good. I think I think it solves a pretty cool challenge in that, like the doors. Personally, I didn't find the doors on the JK so bad, but I hate the doors. The handles on the JK.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I feel like every time I'm gonna break them. Like every time they just feel so flimsy. Especially, my kid who's cruising around here is not easy on anything, and he just like runs up and grabs a hold and pull. You know what I mean? I'm like, dude, you're gonna like pull the door handle right off.
Well, now if it happens, you know how to call.
Right, yeah. But yeah, I mean, really, when I started, I thought that really JK was going to be the only thing that anybody really wanted, because it's what I've realized is there's a lot of people with arthritis and children who can't push the button.
Right. Oh, totally.
I even had a lady that didn't have a thumb, and so she had to have her husband or something and open the door.
Wow.
So yeah.
No way.
Yeah. So
on a JK, because without a thumb, you're not getting that door open.
It's a pretty deep plunge. Like
It
honestly,
is.
like my daughter still can't do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then, if you live anywhere in cold weather, and that you get the ice rain.
Oh yeah, it's frozen.
It'll freeze that button.
Yes.
So,
you gotta hammer it pretty good.
And if you don't like lube it after a whole bunch of years, like that, it'll just stay in the detent. Like it'll just stay pushed, right? Like it's pretty funny. Like I've had to lube them. I have a 2012 JK that my wife usually four wheels, but we drive it quite a bit on the road too. And the one door from just gave up the ghost a couple times. But I did just toss some junk in it and ended up saving it. But funny, right? Just funny how.
Yeah, and it's a very simple design, but it's just crazy that it. I mean, I've heard a lot of people say they just break. Which I guess over time anything's gonna break. But
sure.
Yeah. So for years, then talking about breaking, like you guys got offer some sort of warranty with it?
I don't currently, but I mean, it's kind of if you break it, then sure I'll replace it. I mean,
right.
I mean, you just look at this is the thickness of steel, right? I'm a pretty big guy, and I can when it's attached to the door, I can just pull on it with all my weight, and it doesn't go anywhere. You're gonna break the door before you break the handle, right?
Right.
So I mean,
maybe for this easy risk reversal for you, you should put like lifetime warranty, like something like that on your site, or something fun, right? Where you're like, people like that kind of stuff. Some people imply, or it's funny because you got the goggles of the stuff, like building the stuff on, and you're like, yeah, this one won't break. I've designed like XYZ. I've used these components, but people don't know that. Right. So if you are like just stating, you're going to state the obvious in your mind, but it's not too obvious to everyone else. And I think that may even help you with future sales. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. I think just food for thought. That's what we do. Like we just offer lifetime warranty too. Like whatever, you know what I mean? Like if you break it doing something cool, send me the video so we can use it.
There you go.
Yeah, exactly. Right on. And it does make opening that door a lot easier. I tell you. Ask Ryan about the opening the door at SEMA.
What do you mean?
Remember there was out parked outside. They have like a lineup of Jeeps and trucks and what have you, and there was one Jeep that was pretty sweet, and it had your handles on it. And so Ryan went over and just touched it, and the door opened. Of course, the alarm goes off. Whatever.
Yeah, we had to run away. And
oh my God!
People were looking at us like
the video, because I just happened to be recording it for some Instagram stuff.
And
the video I have of Ryan pushing Nate out of the way so he can run away.
Yeah, you're not catching me.
Awesome. He was just like, boom,
nice,
bolting down. Yeah, we're just standing there
man.
like, what happened? Yeah, hilarious.
That's funny. I forgot about that. So you sent it.
Was it the white one, or was it the?
It was the one. I think it was the white one. Yeah.
It was out by where you. It was past close to where the roads on the west hall
where you were.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, out by the Tesla one.
Mm-hmm.
Near that, you did ones on that purpley green JT too, right?
Yeah.
So I think it was out in that area. But yeah. Well, the windows are open, the doors are shut. I thought, because it was different than my handle, so I wanted to see it, and then it's like, I'm like, fuck, get me the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I was over there one time, and somebody did the exact same thing. They're like, "How does this work?" And then it opened, and the alarm went off, and they ran away.
I swear, the guy it must have gone off like another 3 or 4 more times afterwards. I swear, the guy was just in there, that was his entertainment for the day.
That was his thing, sitting there.
Dion says he just dipped out. Check out the Handle Manners website. It's pretty awesome looking handles.
There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah. So they really are. Like some of the custom ones are sick. Who have you done some custom ones for? I mean, I know you did.
Well, we did. One of the first ones was that Fishbone. She's one of the
Chrissy.
Chrissy. And she does she does internet or social media.
Social media,
yeah, she's social media coordinator for them.
She's
And,
local to you, right? Like she's somewhere close
yeah.
to you.
Yeah, she's in Conroe,
Cool.
out in that area. And so yeah, we met up at Lone Star Jeep Invasion. I was out there.
Oh, what was that like? I saw that. Like, what was that show like?
Last year wasn't that big, but I mean it's good. It's growing.
Right.
It's only like their third year this year, so we're gonna have a booth this year. But yeah, it's a growing thing. Definitely not as large as the Great Smoky Mountain.
Yeah, Smoky Mountain was awesome, man.
Smoky Mountain was great. Rusty laughed. He said, "Hi, I don't think I ever owned a car or a truck with an alarm." There you go. That's all.
But yeah, it was. But yeah, so I reached out to her, and that's when we made them for her Jeep. And yeah, the I think you were saying that the rear door, not the tailgate, but the rear door is the one that we kind of matched that
decal,
pattern.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. So it kind of completely camouflages it in, so you don't even see a door handle.
Yeah, it's pretty sick, actually. It, like how well it's done is pretty awesome. Because you really don't see a door handle, you just see it.
Right.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Fuck, I'll have to get a look at that. I never think I saw that one.
Did you do? Oh man, what was her name? It was at Smoky Mountain as well.
The Fallen
Hero project.
Yeah. What is her? Leanne.
Leanne, yes, thank you.
Yeah, Leanne's Jeep. Yeah. And those are very similar to these ones. They're different color, but yeah, hers is like a copper or bronze.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I did those for her. We've done some amazing stuff, and it's it's not my imagination. Everybody comes to me and says, "Hey, look, I want something that kind of follows this theme, right?" And so when we get to create something that's just super cool for them, it really just drives me more for the business. Like right now, we're working with a YouTuber. I don't Jeeps Rock, something like that. But he's we're doing some for him that are like Star Wars themed, and they're pretty cool. That's
really awesome.
Yeah,
I love it.
If somebody wants that, Kyle, what do they got to do? They need like an art file, or what do you need to work with? Or
they just need to send me an email. Say, hey, look, I want this kind of design, and then what we usually do is we work it all up, render it out, make sure that they like the design, and then that's when they buy it. So right now, I don't know how long that's going to last. If we
I was going to say, that.
But for right now, right, it works well. Everybody make sure I get great customer experience, right? And usually sometimes I got to go through 10 or 12 different renders, different designs. I usually start off with 3 or 4.
Right. And you're not charging for that, right?
No, I'm not charging them for that.
So how much time does something like that take, though? So people kind of appreciate the effort,
it can take. It depends on the design, but it can take anywhere from an hour to 5 hours to do like 3 or 4 renders. It depends on the design, but
right.
Yeah.
Is there a different charge for those versus something standard?
I charge the same amount. Sometimes it costs me more for a more elaborate design because I get the plates laser cut. So right. I don't have that. I don't have $150,000.
I wondered about that actually.
You job shop out the laser, yeah.
Right, yeah. I get them laser cut, and that way they can do super super small detail, and then we don't have to really worry about that detail on there.
Right.
It's just like these I don't know, like that line is a half a millimeter.
Yeah,
thickness,
that's crazy. That's cool. Like that looks awesome.
Yeah. So and so it's I don't really charge them for the extra design right now. It's or the extra charge that I make from it's the plates, I guess, is more my loss leader. If you're familiar with that.
Yep.
I'm trying to sell the door handles, and if it takes me to do the plates, then I'm fine with that.
Yeah, you want to get some exposure, make some friends, right? Yeah, totally makes sense.
Plus, I mean, it's the design. I think the designs are what's really driving the business right now, and I think will continue to drive the business is people seeing those custom things that they just can't find anywhere else.
So what do you get? So you have the two offerings. You have the custom plates over top of the handles, and you have just the handles themselves.
Yeah. So these are just the handles. So this is without, it doesn't have any plate. It doesn't have any. So these ones have screw holes specifically. Yeah. So you can undo the plates and change them out if you want to. But these ones don't have any screw holes, so you can't put any custom
belt buckles, man. You got to license some stuff.
Yeah. So what does that come with? Like, is there color selection on just the handles, or how's that work?
Right now, it's one charge for black or white because those we just got mass produced. Right. And then if somebody wants a custom color, then it's an extra like $10 per door handle.
So that's pretty reasonable.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Mike says
cost.
Sorry, Mike says he needs to get some to represent ORA Off-Road Adventures.
Oh, yeah. Rusty has a great...
Off-Road Addiction? No, I'm just kidding.
Rusty, it'd be cool if you could incorporate a slim LED light in the middle of them so that they light up when you hit your key fob. That would actually be pretty rad.
Wow.
Yeah, I've been thinking about something like that make them light up.
Don't steal Rusty's idea right off the bat, Kyle. Come on, right? Give him some credit.
Yeah.
No, I think it's a great idea, right? I mean, again, just broaden the offering, right? I personally like the plain. I like what you did with combats. They turned out nice. Yeah, they look good on the logo. Like the color was really good. Yeah, and I think some of the bigger ones are cool too. Just not my deal in terms of But I think they're awesome. I also think stainless steel is for anyone who's in the Northeast, in the Rust Belt, if you will. That's the ticket for sure. Especially like you say, right? They freeze up. JLs are the worst. So they're the worst ones I've had for freezing up, and I honestly feel like I'm going to just yank them off, trying to get them done to freeze. So
you've had like frozen handles already? Are you from last winter or this winter?
No, this winter. Well, one time. Really? I mean, it's been pretty warm. But one time, because what happened was I went and washed it and then froze.
Oh, there you go. So you gotta look at your phone before you do that.
Yeah, well,
it's too cold. Don't wash it.
Can't trust anything around here. That's awesome. So what's sort of the next steps? Do you think you're just gonna hit up some shows or online sales or?
Gonna try and hit up more shows this year. We already have the Lone Star Jeep Invasion booked. I'm hoping to book the Tennessee
Smoky Mountain.
Great Smoky Mountain again. Yeah. Just more shows, more getting out there. I think also,
I did try JeepBeef.
Oh, JeepBeef, yeah. I'll try that one.
That'd be good.
Yeah, and Myrtle Beach.
There's a Pacific. What is that? There's another one, another Jeep Jam one. I was talking to this guy Brad. He's doing it. It's supposed to be pretty good. More on the golf side.
Yeah.
I can't remember when that date is, but yeah.
It's later in the year. But yeah.
I'll share. I think next week we're gonna like really solidify our 2022 show circuit. So I'll share the ones that we're gonna go to just for food for thought, and I'll let you know the ones we've been to that we found were really cool. Yeah. After the Great Smoky Mountains is one we've done it before, the Sheriff's Jeep Fest. So if you had enough time to stick around, like the following weekend, that's right after Great Smoky Mountains in Georgia. So you just got to tour up a little bit from there, tour down.
Right.
That's a good one. We just screwed up this year. Because we were coming from Canada at that point, so we didn't know we were going to get through and this, that, and the other. And I actually paid that other fee before, so we're just like, let's just go see if we make it, right? So hopefully the world settles down a little bit and it's just going to be easier to move around. But that'll be a good one to like do in the same. Well, you're already all the way out here. There's usually 3,000 plus people or plus Jeeps there at least, and a lot of good people down there. And I think we did well at the show in the past, so it might be a good one to add to your list.
Right. Russ says he's going to start the East Coast King of the Hammers in his own backyard. So I love it.
Where's that? Where's that?
Oh, just the East Coast, right?
No, I know where the East Coast is.
No, well, I'm just saying. He
Rusty's
didn't give us
house.
the exact location.
Well, that's why I'm talking to him. He's typing. We're talking. I want to know.
He also says he always has awesome ideas. He's just bad at letting it go. He keeps a crusty '79 Cherokee, so he's gonna start writing this stuff down.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well,
he's in Virginia. There you go. Virginia. That's nice. There you go.
Yeah, Callie's in Virginia.
I'm new to this, kind of show circuit, but it seems like almost everything's either on the kind of East Coast or in the North, like Ohio and Pennsylvania, and like.
There's a lot of stuff like on our side of the map for sure, man.
Yeah.
Well, you got a lot of. You have to go a little further, right? You got a lot of California stuff.
Yeah, there's some, but it doesn't seem like, I don't know. I haven't seen as many advertisements for a lot of the California. Like, it's more like trail rides that I see in California than like just a bunch of people getting together and having a show.
Easter Jeep will be interesting if you want to do that. I think I want to go to it, but we might skip it for this year. Just because we're waiting for some finished products to land and verifying some prototyping and verifying some production pieces and stuff. So with just the goalpost for us, I don't want it to go all that way and then not have enough products to service the demand. So we're gonna Jeep Beach is gonna be our target for inventory in the warehouse and like the set amount of products that we've forecasted to be ready and all those fun things. Then we'll add products in different stages of the development chart and push out new ones as they come out. But so I think for us, we're going to do Jeep Beach. But I think if you could get out there to the Easter Jeep, Red Rock Four Wheelers Club, like that Jeep club, they put it on. Nice bunch of nice people, and you could get a booth out there, and then you can get on some trail rides anyways. And it's epic for like even photo shoots.
Right,
you know what I mean? And I think there's going to be a lot of people out there too. Might be an interesting thing for you because you're not too far, really. Like you're probably like it's a day, right? Like like a day's drive.
Yeah.
Rusty says, sorry to interrupt, but Virginia, we've got mud, rocks, mountains, girls, and moonshine. So that sounds like a pretty good recipe. If you ask me.
I'll do that.
Hopefully they're all like
get it ready. Get it ready. We'll come on the road.
Yeah,
let's go. Yeah, let's do it.
Moonshine. All right.
Moonshine's great.
Absolutely. Nice. Had some moonshine in Tennessee actually. The cherry stuff tastes like cough drops. Fantastic. Yeah.
Oh,
it actually wasn't. No, it wasn't. Fantastic. No, but it was still, it was an experience, right?
The cough medicine industry ruined cherry for everyone.
For everyone. Yeah. But there's some other good stuff out there. So awesome. Where do I go to get one of those sweet? Oh, yeah, they're on the. Russ wants to know where you can get one of the JeepBeef beanies. They're on the website there. I'll put a link up after. But, they're actually super popular. The beanies sell like crazy. So we have Jeep Herd too. So there you go. A little plug.
People keep wanting to buy these shirts.
Yeah, well, I would buy those shirts. Seriously I love how you got them. You like literally just cruised around and
me and Christine went to every store with online old man fancy Florida shirts, and then I dropped them off with the t-shirt guy and said, "Bro, these." So nice. That was it.
With the logo on them, they're fantastic. On the show, I was like, "Those
just more fun because everyone's pretty boring at those shows."
Yeah,
right? It's like golf shirts and slags and like, hey,
everybody wants to look super professional. Yeah,
I like fucking around. It's way more fun.
Awesome. Yeah. All right, so I don't know. He says, Rusty says that shirt reminds me of Alf, and it totally does.
Oh, Alf. Jesus.
What's his name? Something Tanner. Not Danny Tanner. Anyway, I don't know.
My Uncle Bob loved that show, dude. He'd wear Alf t-shirts.
Alf was the best, man.
Eat the cats and shit.
Yeah, eating the cat. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. That's hilarious. It totally reminds me of Alf now. That's all I'm going to think of every time I see it.
Dude, I got like at least 3 more that look almost the same as this, and I got a whole bunch of different ones.
That's awesome.
Fuck yeah.
Cool. All right. Well,
what else, Kyle? Yeah, exactly. You got anything else you want to add?
We got the New Year coming in. I don't know what everyone's doing for New Year.
Yeah, follow us on Instagram. That's where we post most of our pictures of new of any of the designs that we did for customers. There's always all kinds of crazy designs that we're putting out. We got about maybe 5 or 6 in the pipe right now that I'm gonna post next probably week. Post different pictures and stuff. And yeah, I mean some of them are just crazy elaborate. So yeah, it just keeps getting kind of crazier with the designs. So
so one thing I was going to ask you, man, what's turnaround time? So turnaround time, like in the status of like right now, a turnaround time on a custom handle, turnaround time on those the basic handle. Like, what do you guys got? What are you offering?
So yeah, turnaround time on the basic handle is usually just a day or two.
Okay.
You know, sometimes people order them in the evening, and I work my normal job in the evening, which is on a computer. So I like see it, and then I just package it up, and it's out the door the next day. But for custom stuff, I usually tell people 3 to 4 weeks after we settle on a design and they pay for it.
Okay.
Because it'll take me that time to get the plates cut, and then get those, and then the powder coat. Take them to the powder coat and get them all powder coated. So there's some people that want to paint them themselves, and if so, it's going to take probably about a week or two.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Well,
Cool. Did you give out your Instagram handles there?
And it's the same thing, just handle matters.
Handle matters. There you go. Handle.
And you actually have a law firm as well, right? Handle Matters and Handle Matters.
Oh my God. Well, you put that shirt on and like instant dad jokes happen.
It's
like,
I just bleed.
It's like your magic cloak of dad jokes.
Did Alf tell jokes? Maybe I could find one of those.
He did tell a lot of jokes, yeah.
Yeah, fuck. I honestly didn't like the show. My uncle loved it, but I hated it.
What? Which one?
The Elf show. My uncle loved it. He had an elf sweater and shit.
I don't know. I was a kid, man. It was.
Right,
it was I don't know. You know what I mean? It was the
thing. When you were that age was just great. Yeah.
I just don't enjoy sitcoms. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
You know, every 5 words there's a laugh. I'm like, fuck, this is so predictable, man.
With like a laugh track.
Yeah.
It's like not funny at all, and there's like some random laugh track.
You're like, what assholes think that's funny?
What the fuck? You know what? We need a laugh track on this thing, and then just
like one of the really corny ones, right? You can automatically tell that it's like pre-recorded. Yeah.
Because that would make it funny.
He's showing his age with the Alf thing, but that's okay because I watched. I was a little kid, but I watched it. Yeah, it was awesome, man. I had the Alf like little doll.
Rusty was 37 when Alf came out. Just kidding, man. I don't know.
Awesome. Do you guys have any plans for New Year's? An applause sign, even better. I love it.
Oh yeah. Like me?
Yeah. What do you
I'll probably pick out one of these fancy shirts and wear it in my house.
Yeah, tell some dad jokes to the wife.
Yeah, see who wants to listen. Yeah. I don't know. Christina is trying to build the Bronco, so we're just kind of working on that. That might take into Sunday. We'll see. Kind of just farting around. We might be at the shop for a bit and come home and eat something. I don't know. Nothing too fancy.
I know, right? Remember when it used to be like
New Year's Eve.
Yeah, right. Like it's like tomorrow, right?
Yeah, dude. Yeah. No, we're going to the shop and we're gonna try and button up the Bronco, hopefully, and then, whenever we want to quit there, like this, we're gonna be open. Like Off-Road Addiction will be open till 2 at both stores.
Yeah.
But we'll probably putt around for a bit while we're there at the big store, and I don't know. If we stay too late, then we'll have some sort of food at the shop. If we don't, we'll come home.
I'm not sure if you even mentioned you got a Bronco on the show. Dion asked if you got a Bronco.
Do so, yeah. Two-door, 2.3
with little itty bitty steel wheels.
Yeah, man.
It used to have anyway. I don't know, but
no, I still got them. I'm waiting for like the wheels we picked. Needed these stupid spacers because Christina picked them and then I didn't realize they were bead locks. So they're real bead locks, like they're
like the Black Rhino.
Black Rhino bead locks, and I'm like, yeah, whatever, that's fine. And then go to like toss on the mount the bead locks, and there's a space. The bolts are not bottoming out, but they're hitting their torque yield, and then the plate's deflecting. And I'm like, what is this? Like, I wasn't doing it. One of my guys was doing the wheel for me. And he's like, what is this? And he read the box and says, oh, some tires may require these spacers. So the pedestal, like where you would mount the plate of the rim where the surface is, like there's a space. So I had to order these spacers for the bead locks. And then they didn't know what we were talking about. And I'm like, it's your fucking wheel, dude. Like, what are you talking about? And it's just Baja Boss.
That was
MT. It's like, it's not a crazy, like, it doesn't have a crazy, like, rim protector or like rubber, you know, like a high rubber wall. It doesn't have that. It's just a fucking normal ass tire, in my opinion. And so, like, Wes, like, my GM orders them for us. And he goes, hey, so I got 5 rims. He goes, oh, yeah, you got to order this many in another pack. And the guy didn't even know what he's talking about. And we have enough for 1.5 wheels instead of 5 wheels. And it's fucking hundreds of dollars. So when the Black Rhino people come to the show, I'm like, you motherfuckers fucking piss me off. Like, what the fuck? So now that, like, the Jeep or the Bronco doesn't, it's going to have the kit in it, but I'm not going to have the 37s done until they're coming out of Phoenix, like the stupid spacer things. The first they came out of New York State, which took a week and a half. And then now the other ones coming out of Phoenix.
So if you didn't have bead locks, would there be a problem?
No. I mean, this is how the clamps, like, it's already fully clamped and it's starting to move the ring, but it's not the bolt. Like, the bolts aren't all the way in because it's saying the tire in your radius of the wall of the tire is too thick, so it's bending in it. So you're not getting the clamp load against the two surfaces, right?
Right.
If we left it like that, maybe it would pinch and keep the air in the tire, but all the force load would be on the tensile strength of the bolt.
Oh, I see. I see. I was thinking it was a Bronco thing, but it's not. It's a Black Rhino versus.
Yeah, the wheels look cool. Like, if the Black Rhino people are watching, they look super cool. I just don't appreciate that stupid thing. And you need to inform people who distribute your products of potential parts you need. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I've never seen it. Like, I've literally been doing this my whole life, and I've done it almost 20 years professionally. And I've never had to put a spacer on a beadlock wheel ever. And I've sold all of them, like Trail Ready, like fucking AEV, like every single one, Walker Evans. Like, I've done all of them myself, never mind all my staff. And I've never seen that because my dude comes up, he goes, dude, I can't get this on. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? You know what I mean? I thought I was going to have to go slap somebody, but like, are you serious? But he's totally right. And I was just like, wow. So it shows you, man, you learn something every day. There's some new stupid thing out there to fuck with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's crazy. But other than that, though,
other than that,
Dion wanted to know if we got the Sasquatch package. Which
no. We put
base, right?
Well, the problem. So the thing is, we bought it for combat so we could develop some products. So we retrofitted our tailgate table. We're going to create an all aluminum light bar that holds old school lights because it's a retro Bronco. We got like 7-8 products we want to develop. So it's 12 to 14 months to get one if you want to order it. But for my other business, we do upfitting for all the brand new car dealers in the whole province. So I got a lot of friends in the industry, and they're like, hey, man, we got 2 that the people ordered like 9 months ago and bailed. So I didn't really have a choice. And the 2 that bailed were the same.
I see.
So I just said, yeah, whatever, just give it to me. So the 2-door base stick, 2.3, which is okay because it's kind of like the Focus RS. So we're going to put a big blow-off valve on it. We're going to upgrade the turbo. We're going to put a tuner in it. We're going to change a bunch of stuff. So make it kind of fun. We'll put an exhaust, cold air. We'll like make it tuner like. It'll be hilarious. So just for fun. But yeah, I actually really like it. Even for the base, it's got air, cruise, power windows, and it's got like, the one-touch windows. It's got everything's got a backup camera now, but the screen's pretty reasonable. It's only one that comes manual, so it's pretty neat. I actually really like it, to be honest. I used to restore vintage Broncos 66 through 77, so the Bronco they kind of replicated. And I used to write for Canada 4-Wheel Drive magazine, and we put our restos in there in different projects and stuff. So I was kind of partial to the Bronco anyways. And my first Jeep was on a 74 Ford Bronco frame, and I put a full Rollo 302 in it. And it was a C4 to a Dana 20K, so it's basically Bronco driveline. It had a 9-inch and Data 44 up front, so radius arm coils, and it had leaf springs in the back. And so I've had Bronco stuff forever, so it was kind of cool.
RC says all I hear is cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
What do you mean?
Well, just the money, right? Like,
I don't care about money.
Doing all that stuff.
Money's just a tool. It's just a thing, right? It's just
Dion thinks that they should make a 302 V8 version. Which, by the way, I just heard that are they discontinuing the 392?
Well, I don't know. I heard that there's some pack that they're gonna like by like 20 something they were gonna go like everyone's
all
gonna
electric,
go like, all electric. And I knew by 2025 they have no V8s anymore. Like all these weird things.
They killed the V8 like just recently. I'll have to double check on that.
But it's going to be a really expensive used machine, that's for sure. You know what I mean? Like everyone's going to want that.
Oh man, could you imagine it? If you have a 392, you're sitting on a jackpot right now. If they cancel that thing,
dude. Like, there's a guy in my business group that owns a couple Chrysler dealers. I was thinking about trying to scam one and hide it at Mike's house because I can't go there yet.
Yeah. 2 questions. One, Rusty says LS the world, which is
I like LS. I'll do
right.
LS.
Yep. Although I think even the LS, right? Like they've switched that motor out when they're doing the swaps recently, right?
What are you talking about?
So the guys at who was it? Well, because and you'll have to forgive me because I don't know 100% of the details, but
you're forgiven.
So the guys that I think is Juicy Motorsports, they do a lot of LS conversions.
Okay.
And they have a hard time with the transmission. Doing the swap with the 8, with the 8.
So mating the LS to the
transmission, and so they've switched it, and they're going with a more modern version of the LS. What's in like a modern Corvette?
Well, there's still LS platform,
but it's still an LS platform, but it's a variation of the LS. Oh man, I don't know. I'll have to double check. I'll check my source and I'll pop back. But it's like an LH something. Anyway, it doesn't matter. And then the other thing is, Kyle, do you think you'll make handles for the Bronco?
That's a good question.
You should, man.
I definitely should.
That'll get you internet eyeballs.
There's I gotta look and see what makes the most amount of sense, right? One of the things that was dollars. If I have limited resources to make new door handle designs, it's one of those things that if I could, because the I'm thinking possibly like. F-150s, F-250s might be more popular, but we'll see. I mean, I could definitely see them on bro trucks. Is all I can, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, like they'd be over in Texas to be like the new belt buckle, of the truck.
I'm telling you, man. You just let it so people can switch them.
Yeah.
Just like a belt.
So that's my CJ when I was in high school, right? I still got the tub and everything. So I started building that when I was 15. So that's more like when I was like 18, and that still had a 500 horsepower small block Ford full roller in it. There was a lot 410s. You just roast it all the way. And then I was trying to find a picture of it more like before I tore it all apart. You gotta see. But yeah, no, you might be right as the belt buckle, man. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, they kind of go along with those grills that a lot of people have done. The chrome and.
You should try and work a deal, get a package going with what's his name? Oh my god, he owns Fab Fours. And put him with part of like his vehicles, and he does the whole grumpers for all the full size pickups and shit. You should probably chat with him. He's a super cool dude, man. He's super nice, and he'll do all the shows. That guy's he just spits gold eggs out his ass, and I mean he worked for every penny. He's awesome. Yeah. But he does all the shows, man.
Yeah. His stuff is badass too. I would love.
Dude, it's out there, man. It's out there. Yeah. I would try and chat with him. So, where would he be? Well, I've seen him at SEMA, but
I went by the Fab Four booth. They didn't. I mean, it was kind of funny. They didn't really have. They had people sitting there talking, but they didn't really have any displays or anything. It was just 3 or 4 vehicles. Yeah, they had 3 or 4 vehicles in their in the Fab Four, and people standing around to talk. But mostly they were standing away from the vehicles so people could just take pictures with them. Right. So it was just kind of funny. It looked like an unmanned booth for for a long time.
Nice.
Oh wow.
Huh.
He usually goes to like distributor shows. I mean, they haven't had any in the last couple of years, but
Yeah.
like he'll be at like the Keystone shows and the Dick's performance shows and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. I mean, but I'm trying to think where else you'd see him.
Yeah, talking to a couple of other people, who own other off-road, like the Fishbone and other things like that.
Mm-hmm.
The advice that they gave me was, drive the customer demand, and then you'll start to get more
people coming looking for you,
distributors and wholesalers and stuff like that.
Well, it totally makes sense, man. That's what we're looking to do: build the brand, tell the story, do some good things for the community. And we have that pull strategy, right? Like, yeah, totally. No, it makes sense.
Russ is going to put a resume out for product design. You think someone might enjoy his insane ideas? Hey, man, and ideas are hard to come by, honestly.
Yeah.
Unique ideas. Everything's been done. So crazy or not, I think ideas are. Someone would pay you for them for sure.
Yeah. Ideas are. Yeah, it's great to have ideas.
They're a long way from a finished product. That's for sure.
They are a long way. But I mean, and that's the thing that was for me is I just had to start, right? Just start, try and do it as smartly as possible, and just try and figure it out, because that's how I ended up with this. I mean, it'd be funny. It'd be great to just look through all the iterations that I went through before I finally got to this. Like,
sure.
Yeah, it was.
You got to keep a box of that stuff, man.
I do have some of it, yeah.
But, totally. Yeah, we got our first like rapid prototype failure and all kinds of stuff. It's just funny stuff when you look back, right? Sometimes you're like, man, I'm nowhere. And then you're like, oh, you kind of reflect on all the stuff you've done and where you've come from. You're like, my God, like, you know what? We've actually put some stuff on the board, Yeah. So yeah, you got to keep, keep doing that. It's nice to look in the rearview mirror, but there's a reason why the front window is bigger than the rear. You know what I mean? You got to keep looking forward, but
it's funny too that you get so far along and failure doesn't hurt very much anymore. Like you almost enjoy it because you know that something's going to come out of it, right? Something big is probably going to come out of when you fail for something, right? You're going to learn a lesson, and then
don't let the failure go on. Whatever you want to call it, like you didn't.
Yeah, don't let it eat you up or stop you from doing anything.
Yeah. Oh, totally. Yeah, as long as you don't die. So don't do something where you're gonna die, and you're probably just fine, or you'll make it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to.
Especially in business, like you should be failing. You don't want to completely fail at the entire business, but like you learn a lot of lessons. Trying, seeing what happens. It doesn't work. Go in a different direction.
Oh, totally, man. I love when I think ideas are just going to fly off the shelves and then they don't. You're like, oh my God.
Yeah. I always say, like, on our web development and marketing side of things, that we're good at what we do because we failed so many damn times. Everyone else is like, well, we're not sure if this will work or it won't. It's like, I guarantee it's not, because we did it and it didn't work. Like, it just doesn't. It sucks. Like, try this. This is the way to do it. It's way easier,
Yeah.
And it's funny how then you start to think, like, you have the answers, which you think everyone else has the answers, but they don't have the failures behind them. You know what I mean? Like, they don't have that, resource. We did the State of the Union address a couple of years ago, and talk about like an absolute shit show, because they didn't tell us it was for the State of the Union address till 2 days before.
Oh, really?
And of course we had to then handle traffic from everyone around the United States as like all the different networks were coming on and airing the address. Our web property started to light up like a Christmas tree. It was insane. But you learn from it. It's like it was the scariest damn thing ever. But now you could run anything else with ease, no problem. So
but it shows, like when you've sent me things before, you've asked me to fill out things online, like it's the coolest, most automated process that you usually have to go through. Like what was it, the sale that we did for Christmas, the 7 slots of savings. It was just really enjoyable for me. I mean, it was a lot of questions, but it was enjoyable for me to see that you put that much effort and thought into, like, it wasn't just like 5 questions of, hey, tell me what your product is, right? Like, it was impressive to see that much thought and detail go into it to make sure it is correct. So
awesome. Thanks, man. That's cool. That's cool. That's good feedback. Thanks.
Yeah.
Cool.
Awesome. All right. Well, gentlemen, real quick, Russ says that he's failed a lot, but he's learned in life that if you want to be a hero, you have to do the things that no one else wants to do. Totally true, man.
Yeah, man.
100%. So with that said, I think I got to go get another beverage and, make sure that my kids are possibly beaten before they go to bed.
Yeah, it sounds like they need a bit of a beating, Paul.
Right? So true. Oh, man. The days of the strap. No,
well, look we said we'd be a few minutes. It's an hour, 3 minutes, 37 seconds.
There you
I told
go.
you, man.
Exactly. That's the way it always goes, right? But
Yeah,
no, Kyle, man, I really appreciate it. One more time for everyone. Where can they find you out on the social webs?
We're on handlematters.com is our website. Facebook, we're just Handle Matters. Instagram, Handle Matters. And we just started a TikTok not that long ago.
Ooh. Oh, are you dancing?
No.
Oh,
I don't think anybody wants to see me dance.
I thought it was like that was the dancing platform.
It is, but it's just videos now. It's like really short little videos.
It's just little exactly, right?
I'm the worst. I don't know anything.
You know, it just beat Google for the #1 spot. Like it got more traffic to TikTok than Google did in 2021.
Wow. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Isn't that insane? Yeah, like when I saw that, I was like, oh shit, like that's bigger than Facebook. That's bigger than, Facebook's probably they're just shitting their pants over there, which is good. Good for them. I fucking hate Facebook.
Yeah,
I shouldn't say that we're on their platform right now.
Like no one's gonna be able to watch the show, Paul.
But seriously, like for too long they took advantage of people. If you ask me, I think they're changing their ways now.
But it's funny to me because if you look at the progression of media, so television, right, it was all kind of 1% or like less than 1% of people had access to produce on television, right?
Yes. Elite,
and then YouTube opened it up, right? So then you have a longer segment or like longer segments than TikTok, but they're shorter than regular production TV. I mean, except for this show right now.
Because ours goes forever.
We love breaking records,
right? But so it's like the attention span of the people at the time. The attention span of millennials or
like chipmunks,
out wise, right, are shorter than our parents, right? So we had to have shorter content. But now TikTok, it's like 30 seconds to 3 minutes, right? So that's the attention span of the teenagers now, right? They can't watch anything more than 10 minutes. So
oh god, yeah.
My 30-second videos is perfect for them. They just see it and then move on. Yeah,
so that's weird. It, right? It's just like
looking for that weird mini dopamine hit, right?
That's exactly what it is. My kid, man, the 6-year-old, he's seriously the worst for it. He loves YouTube. He wants to be a YouTuber. He got like video cameras and shit for Christmas, and he has no idea what he's talking about. But he's like, "Oh, we're gonna he got a farm set, right? So he's got like he built this big farm, and he's like, we're gonna videotape it. He's like, and if I get 100,000 likes, I'll put up 3 new videos. I'm like, what? What do you mean? What are you saying? He's like, how many subscribers will we get when we put this on? I'm like, none. Like, no one's gonna watch it. We're just like 0, man.
Just crushing the kids' dreams right out of the box.
I'm like, you have to,
Listen,
whatever.
This is a terrible idea,
right? Yeah. Oh, I didn't exactly crush his dreams, but that's what I'm like. Yeah, it's
that's funny.
Like 0, 100,000 likes. But
let's set up a lemonade stand and make $1 million.
Right? Yes, he has more chance, I think. But but I will say though that some of the stuff that he watches, like there's a guy who has a farm and he literally just cruises around. It was his kid, and now it's basically him doing the channel, the dad, and he just drives around. And my kid loves it. It's great because he knows all the the different farm equipment and manufacturers and what have you. And but he gets millions of views on his stuff. Millions.
Really?
Yeah. Because parents are like, all right, well, if you're gonna watch YouTube, here you go. Like, here's some stuff you can watch, right?
Right.
Yeah. Paul, says Paul, the crusher of children's dreams. I just like to be real, man. Like to be real. It's like if he played hockey, I'd be telling him every day, like, you're not going to the NHL. It's not happening, man. I've seen it
Yeah.
way too many times. You'll peak in high school, and then you just sit around and you'll like, you'll drink and work at the convenience store and talk about,
how
work
did
at a
you
shoe
your
store
whole
and
kid's
talk about
life
your,
so far?
right?
Yeah.
That's right.
Once
He's
puberty
6.
hits,
He's had enough,
You have different priorities.
right?
Yeah.
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 He's chasing the pink tacos everywhere.
Yeah. Well,
Can
that
I
at
get a
least,
taco?
All right. Well, with that said, my battery's about to die. So
Is it?
Great.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah. So again, Kyle, really appreciate
thanks,
it.
Kyle.
You
Appreciate
being
it.
Thank
here.
you.
Everyone, negative Nancy. That's right. You got it. And hey, everyone who tuned in, who's still here, thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Thanks for
Thank you.
commenting.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for liking. Thanks for watching the show this year. 2022 is going to
Last
be
show of the year.
even better, and it
Even
can't
more
be
on
any
time.
damn worse than the last 2 years. So,
Don't
cheers
say
to that. I
It
know,
could.
right?
I gotta
Yeah,
hit the
Yeah.
wood table here, man.
yeah. So with that said, Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New
Hit the
Year.
like button, hit that subscribe button. Check out Kyle at handlematters.com. And yeah, till next year. We'll see you.
Next year.
Thank
See
you.
you guys.